Hi, I'm the Nature Kid, and in this video, I'm going to be looking for bugs in the forest. I am in a forest in Oregon, and so by the parking lot, there's some plants, so I'm gonna look for some bugs. This is a box elder bug. This bug might look like a beetle, but it's not. The box elder bug is a true bug. One difference between beetles and true bugs is that true bugs, their babies just look like mini adult bugs, but with a beetle, their babies are larvae, which look kind of like worms. So look at this log. It's got a bit of ants in it, and I wonder if there are a bunch of ants nesting in the same log. So first, there's a velvety tree ant. So velvety tree ants live in wood, and they can spray formic acid to defend themselves and their colony. And this is a carpenter ant, and they also live in wood and can also do that. This is a temnothorax ant, and they're really small, and they can live in a lot of different places, and even acorns. Because of this, they're also known as acorn ants. This carpenter ant is carrying a pine needle into the log. And near the nest, there is a temnothorax ant. And so most of these ants on the log are temnothorax ants. There's also and carpenter ants. There's also a few velvety tree ants. But it's interesting how 3 different species of ant can live on the same log, but they're not fighting each other. So that's interesting. This is a red velvet mite. Mites are arachnids similar to spiders, and they have 8 legs. And velvet mites are a pretty large species of mite. And I'm sorry if this is blurry. And they're kind of velvety. And a lot of mite species are microscopic, or at least very tiny, but the velvet mite is a large species of mite. A temnothorax ant leaves the log to go foraging for food. I have put a peach next to their nest, but it seems like they're not interested. You know that there's a lot of bugs by the river, such as mayflies and dragonflies. But what about bugs in the river? There are actually a lot of different bugs in the river, and I have caught some to show you some examples of different bugs in the river. So in this container, you can see some different bugs that live in the river. So on this rock, this bug with the long tail is a mayfly larva, a mayfly nymph. And these bugs that look kind of like sticks, these are caddisfly larvae, and it looks kind of like a stick with legs. But a caddisfly larva, it looks like this to protect itself, and it actually builds a house out of sticks and rocks in the bottom of the river. And if it's threatened, it can go into its house to hide. And on this rock, do you see these little dots? These are the eggs of water snails. And this is a water snail right here. And they can be kind of big. And they eat algae. This is a mayfly nymph. This bug that's swimming really fast. Sorry if this is blurry. Oh, that's a mayfly nymph. And mayflies can spend up to 2 years as nymphs, living in the water and eating algae. But as an adult, a mayfly only lives for about an hour to a day. And the shortest lived mayflies can only live for 5 minutes as an adult. Look at this caddisfly. And the caddisfly larva turns into a flying bug called a caddisfly. And it's just kind of a dragonfly-like bug that flies around the river. It's actually more moth-like. This is a caddisfly larva that hasn't built a house. So I wonder what would happen if I was to put some building materials in the water with it, and I'll see what happens. So there is some building material with the caddisfly larva, and it seems to be interested in this piece of wood, but now it's checking other things out. But I wonder when it's gonna start making its house. Oh, it's off the stick. It's moving around in there. Oh, and you remember when I told you about mayflies that live for only about an hour to a day? This is an adult mayfly. But it seems like this caddisfly larva didn't make the house. But it might now that it's in the river. Looks like it's going under a rock. Whoa! What is this bug? Looks like it's some kind of larva. Like some kind of beetle larva or something, but it has pinchers on the end of its abdomen, kind of like an earwig. Wait, what is this bug? And this bug is pretty big. Look at this frog. I think that it might be a northern red-legged frog. Northern red-legged frogs can live for 12 to 15 years. Look, in this rotten log, there is a little crack with a millipede in there. Millipedes are decomposers. They feed on decaying plant material. And they can have up to 750 legs. To defend themselves, millipedes will curl up into a ball. And if that doesn't work, they will release a poison which can irritate your eyes. This poison is actually a cyanide, so it could be pretty harmful if you ate a millipede. And here's some balls that are some slime mold over here. And an eyelash cup fungus. Wait, I don't know what that is. I thought that was slime mold, but I don't think so. It's like full of this pink powder. Whoa. So if you follow this line of ants, you'll see a war going on between pavement ants and some kind of red ant. It's an ant war between pavement ants and either lighter colored pavement ants or red ants. A different kind of red ant than these pavement ants. They're fighting each other and they're biting and stinging each other. And this massive fighting pavement ants, this ant war is huge. For the ants it is. It's crazy. Oh, and over here, there's a beetle. I'm gonna save it because it's buried in the sand. And so I just dusted off this beetle. And I'm going to put it on a blade of grass. Oops, it fell. But at least it's not in the sandier spot. There's a pavement ant killing a dead red ant. But look at this fight going on between red ants and pavement ants. I don't know what kind of ant these red ants are. Maybe they're temnothorax or maybe they're myrmica. I don't know, but the black ones are pavement ants. There's like a single pavement ant that is over here away from the war. I hope you liked the video. Like and subscribe for more Nature Kid videos. Bye!